Welcome to Retirement Ramblings. I'm Scott, and today is day 110 on my countdown to retirement. So today I ended up waking up early, and like I do every Saturday, I did my weekly financial review. So we ended up this week 1% exactly. So we're now sitting with a year-to-date portfolio performance of 11.94% for the year. So definitely pretty happy with that. The stock market as a whole ended the week up this week. The Dow Jones Industrial Average finished up 1% at 45,834. The S&P 500 was up 1.6% at 6,584. Then Nasdaq was the big winner, up 2% at 22,141, and the Russell 2000 was up 0.3% to 2,397. 10 of the 11 S&P 500 sectors were also up. Only consumer staples was down, and it was down 0.2%. WTI crude was up 1.3% for the week to $62.69 a barrel. Gold was up 0.9% to $3,686.40 a troy ounce. Natural gas was down 3.5% to $2.94.1. International markets were all up for the week, and the winner for the week was Japan, up 4.1% to 44,768, while Germany was the laggard for the week, only up 0.4% to 23,698. And so after doing that, I ended up going on a Publix shopping run. Pretty much, yesterday I did Kroger with my Forex fuel points, and then today I went to all the other locations that I normally would shop to get the rest of our weekly groceries. So at Publix, I ended up getting a top round London broil for $8.99 a pound. They had a two for $4 special on the 28 ounce cans of Bush's baked beans. So I picked up a couple of that. And then in advance of Rosh Hashanah, I ended up getting 2 jars of Yehuda sweet gefilte fish. That was $6.99 each, which in my area that's pretty good. Although my mom told me that down where she lives in South Florida, you can get 2 cans for $7 at Costco. They don't offer that at Costco in the area where I live in Atlanta. So good for her. And then I got 2 boxes of Manischewitz matzo ball and soup mix, and again 2 for $4 there. Then I had run out of A1 sauce, which I've been meaning to pick up for like weeks now. Anyway, they had a BOGO on Publix, so the 10 ounce A1 ended up costing me $3.80, which is a pretty good savings versus all the other stores I looked at. Even at Walmart, it was $5. So then I picked up also on BOGO Pop Secret movie theater butter popcorn, 6 count for $2.50. Thomas English muffins, cinnamon raisin for my wife, $2.65, and then Lender's pre-sliced bagels, 1 container of plain, 1 container of onion, $1.60 each. They're usually $3.19, I believe it is, for a single one. So that was a good price. Then afterwards, I ran over to Lidl and picked up. They had Butcher Specialty fresh whole chicken wings, the full wing that I'll have to cut down in a family pack for $1.99 a pound, which was a good price there. And their wings are really large, so it works out to be pretty good for what my wife and I like. Then I don't usually get mandarins, but they had a 3-pound bag of mandarins for $2.89, which is a really good price in my area. And I figured, I haven't had any real citrus fruits in a while, so decided to pick up that. Then I got a pound of strawberries for $1.99. Then they also had inside skirt steaks on sale for $6.99 a pound, so I got 2 of those. And then I like Philadelphia cheesesteaks, and the prices are just getting out of sight. So they had a special on Philly Gourmet frozen 100% pure beef sliced steaks, 21 ounce box for $3.99 each. So I picked up 2 boxes of that so I could make my own Philly cheesesteaks at home. And then I got two everything bagels for 79 cents each, and my wife wanted something sweet, so she picked up two chocolate donuts for 99 cents each. But she said she's never getting them again because while they were super light, airy, and fluffy, she couldn't taste it. I mean, and they were full chocolate. They weren't sweet enough for her, I guess. So she didn't really enjoy the chocolate. So that's that. Then came home, put everything away, and because I'd gotten up so early, I was really tired. So I laid down, took a 2 hour nap, and then when I got up, took a shower. We then, because I didn't feel like cooking, ran out to Taco Bell, and we split 5 hard tacos and 2 soft tacos, so 7 tacos in total. And then on the way back, we have to go by a Walmart, so we were out of napkins, so we went into the Walmart to pick up some napkins, and we usually get the Great Value brand, which is Walmart's brand, and they cut the quantity by 50% from 500 to 250, but they kept the price the same, and it was still the least expensive napkins that you could get, so we ended up getting them. But I was really surprised at the reduction in quantity for the same money. Then I also had to pick up gallon Ziploc bags for storage, and then they did a rollback on Progressive soup to $1.98 a can, which again is a good price in my area. So my wife wanted a couple cans of soup, so we picked that up. She also got a couple of beef cup of noodles or cup of soup, whatever, which used to be like 32 or 33 cents and is now 62 cents a container. So she was really surprised by the price, but it is what it is. And then picked up a can of LeSueur peas and a can of non-GMO corn. And then I came home. I also set up a meeting with an acquaintance of mine for next Tuesday to help him think through some options for some potential investments. His wife just came into an inheritance, and this acquaintance is significantly older than me. And, he's retired, been retired for quite a while, and, made a good living and invested the proceeds, but he had never had to deal with a lump sum, I guess, coming in that he would then have to do something with. So anyway, we're going to talk through some options. Just I'll give him some things to go investigate. But I did, previously we had a lunch meeting, I don't know, month and a half ago when I was helping him look through and purchase a car. And then at that time, I had already suggested to him, some YouTube channels that he could go to, follow, subscribe, watch some of the videos for, things in like bonds and fixed assets like Diamond Nest Egg, Social Security with Holy Schmidt, so Jeff Schmidt, CPA over there, Aaron Talks Money, Root Financial with James Canole, the Retirement Travelers, then Joe Kuhn. Then I sent him over to Schwab to the ETF section for him to just be able to learn more about ETFs versus mutual funds. And then I sent him over to Treasury Direct to look at, if he wants to buy T-bills or notes or bonds, how he can do that. And then he could do it through whatever his brokerage is, whether that's Vanguard, Schwab, Fidelity, whoever. And then I explained to him that if he's comparing CDs, at least here in Georgia, versus treasuries, if he goes the U.S. Treasury route, he saves the Georgia tax, which is 5.39% on CDs. On the interest of CDs, he won't have that deduction from his return if he goes with U.S. Treasury. So again, I'm just trying to give him things to look at. Certainly not going to tell him specifically what to go invest in, because everybody's financial journey is personal, and clearly what I do for me, I'm not expecting anyone else to do for themselves. But at least I want to point him in a direction where he can get, information that I feel like is reliable to be able to make a decision on. And then, he can go talk to a CFP or other financial professional to get actual assistance in setting up a diversified portfolio with the inheritance money if he so chooses. Anyway, that's my update for today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section down below or drop me an email at myretirementramblings@gmail.com. Otherwise, until tomorrow, take care.